Waiting for people to roll in. Well, in the hopes that people will roll in. I don't know if they will. Perhaps they'll walk, or run, or jog. Either way, giving people time. Alright. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 7 Draft Night. Now, you might be wondering, this is very odd. Why is the draft happening before any Hall of Fame speeches, any kind of statements, or any of the voting? Nonetheless, so this will mark the final draft of Universe Mode. Just thought I'd make that official. So I am going to read off the list to everybody. Don't worry. There will still be a voting poll for Season 6. There will still be the top 15. There will still be a Hall of Fame inductions. But I wanted to do the draft. Rosters have been set as we head on to the final season in Universe Mode history after 3 years. And once again, I will be remaining on 2k19. Now, whether or not I can get 2k20 is up for a debate. If I do get it, I will not be continuing Universe Mode. That's all I have to say on that. Now, based off of Season 6, I did some counting, and it turns out that Monday Night Raw has won the ratings war. SmackDown has only won once, and that was in Season 5. So that means that for the 5th time in Universe Mode history, Monday Night Raw has won the ratings war. So they will get first bid. So first off, I will read off the tag teams. Then I will read off the singles competitors that are being drafted. This is a longer list than before. So bear with me as I pull up the list. For Monday Night Raw, the tag teams will be, first up, the tag team champions who just walked away at WrestleMania with the titles, Assassin and MK. Following suit to them will be the team of Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys. Following that will be Akam and Razor, the Authors of Pain. Fourth team will be, jumping from another brand, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder of the Revival. And then, to round out the list, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, American Alpha. Returning to the main roster. Now moving over to SmackDown. Well, I'll pause for a moment, check the comments. Now on to the SmackDown Tag Team list. We have an interesting list here. Starting off, the new Tag Team Champions of SmackDown. Representing the Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. After that is the team of Daniel Bryan and Johnny Gargano, known as DIS. Next up after that is the team of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, representing the OC. Following that, Aiden English and Rusev, known as Rusev Day. Then the fifth and final team will be Hanson and Rowe, the War Raiders. So that rounds out the tag teams for Raw and SmackDown. Alright, so this is the individual competition, or competitors, for Season 7 for Monday Night Raw. I'm going to go down this list. It's a long one. It's longer than it's ever been before. 26 names, so here we go. Alright, so starting off, the guaranteed stay on the brand is the new Universal Champion, Davis King. Following him is the new United States Champion, Blake Daniels, jumping from SmackDown to Raw. So that means the Intercontinental Championship is guaranteed to switch to SmackDown. Following him, Jeff Sanders. NXT call-up and former champion, Sante Guerrero. SmackDown, or jumping from SmackDown to Raw, is the Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Mysterio. Remaining on the red brand, Mustafa Ali. Jumping ship to Monday Night Raw is the knockout artist Cassius Ohno. The veteran Raymond Cruz will also be jumping ship from SmackDown to Raw. And next up, remaining on Raw, the big dog Roman Reigns. Following him is the powerhouse, Bobby Lashley. Then entering singles competition, the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. And returning to Monday Night Raw, Cedric Alexander. Then the man that has been on Monday Night Raw and has never flipped brands in all 7 seasons, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. Following him, turning to the brand, seeking an identity, Clamp God. It's being weird and doesn't want to switch to the alphabet, but that's okay. Following him, The Miz. Let's see if this works. Yep, now it's back up. Following him is the man returning to the red brand, Jamie. And splitting up from his former tag team partner, the Animal, Batista. Then being called up from NXT, Kalisto. Following him is the monster among men, Braun Strowman. Going from SmackDown to Raw. After him is the Freak, Lars Sullivan. Then jumping from SmackDown to Raw, Finn Balor. And of course the powerhouse, Road Killer. And then this is a several or multi-name group. Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane all being drafted at the same time. Following that pick is Tommaso Ciampa. Second to last, the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin. And then to round out the list, NXT call-up, Velveteen Dream. So that rounds out the list for Monday Night Raw's 26 singles competitor picks, aside from the faction. Oh, hey Panda, welcome to the stream. Well, as you can clearly see, this will be the new logo for Monday Night Raw for Season 7. And SmackDown Live, I both found new arenas. I'm going to try to find something for NXT. Don't know. I can read off the NXT list if you want to. Oh, well, to be fair, Panda, I've been reading off a list. So, well, if you guys want me to, I can show you both arenas. While we're on here, if you wish. Won't do any matches, but the list for SmackDown is 26 picks, and if you want me to read off the NXT list, I can quickly just read it off afterwards. For SmackDown Live, well, it's up for a debate on whether or not. Well, you all can compare the list of the singles competitor star power between Raw and SmackDown, but first up, guaranteed to go to SmackDown Live, is the Undisputed Era's leader and WWE champion, Adam Cole, baby. And guaranteed to go to SmackDown after the United States champion switched brands, is Roderick Strong, the Intercontinental Champion. Now, returning to the brand, of course, the man of the hour, the true all-star, Kevin Draco. Returning to SmackDown in his roots from Season 1, Seth Rollins. Following him for the first time ever joining SmackDown, look for a fresh start, the superhero Max Webb. Following him, returning to the brand, is the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Then, being drafted here tonight, the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Andrade Cien Almas, guaranteeing him a world title shot for the WWE Championship at any point in Season 7. Being drafted right after him, returning to SmackDown, Adrian Gallardo. Returning to the brand, the polarizing Samoa Joe. Shifting over to SmackDown, we have quite a few guys right here. Aleister Black. Following him, a rare moment indeed, is the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, the new Hardcore Champion. Following him, also joining the blue brand, Scott Cole, the man who just lost the Universal Championship. Following him, returning, is the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Also following him, the leader of the C Nation, John Cena. Remaining on the blue brand, Elias. Another man also wanting to stay on the blue brand, Glass Bar, the classiest man alive. Following him is the phenomenal AJ Styles and leader of the OC. Jumping over to SmackDown from Raw, the best in the world, CM Punk. Remaining on the blue brand, Kevin Owens. Staying on the blue brand as well, the Headhunter, Cole Lee. Also, jumping from the red brand to the blue brand, James Arlington. Also entering singles competition, the glorious one, Bobby Roode. And of course, rounding out the list is two men, two call-ups from NXT. The first one being Tyler Bate. And the final man, probably a shocking one to say the least, Bruce Bennett. So that rounds out the list from SmackDown. Boo. I'm sure Kevin is happy with going to Raw and Andrade about to win the title. Good. Mr. Classy. Maybe we can get that 1v1, Draco. Would be great. Kevin Owens the man. Hey, fellow Kevin. Well, nonetheless, some notable free agents, just to rattle off a quick list. Prince Metallico and Matt King. Two guys who were not picked at all on either brand. Also, Samuel Armstrong is a free agent. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, is also a free agent. So those are some notable names. Also, Kurt Angle not being on the list. Bobby Roode entering singles competition. Very interesting indeed. Also, Ross Young was not named. Just food for thought. Now, if you guys want to, I can give you a sneak peek for both Raw, SmackDown, and NXT's first shows and rattle off what's going to happen on those shows. If you both want me to. Now, I'll do that after the NXT list if you guys want me to. So, let me know. NXT's roster, subject to change, but here are some of the big names. The NXT champion Braden McLaughlin, Ricochet, Alex Carter, Ace, Mac Allen, and Chris Hall, known as the New Divine. They are the NXT Tag Team Champions. Jacob Knox, who is out on injury. Johnny Rivers, who is the new North American Champion. Cole Quinn, Luke Harper, Jackson Wolf, Haruto Yamashita, Mike Kanellis, Leo Rush, Pete Dunne, Jack McKay, Shelton Benjamin, Shane Thorne, Oni Lorcan, the Street Profits, Next Gen, Heavy Machinery, Breezango, and Luchao's Party, which is Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado. So those are some of the notable names going to be in NXT. NXT. NXT chance. Alright, so the sneak peek at the cards. If you don't mind giving me a second as I pull it up, because I didn't have it on me. I had the lists on me. That's why I couldn't be in the comments. I was looking at the list. Just 1 second. Now, I feel like it would be better if I kept the arena secret, because that wouldn't be fun if I spoiled it. So I'll keep those hidden until showtime. Keep in mind, I still try to do the voting, and I think I'll post that in the top 15 list video when I do that, and then I'll do the Hall of Fame video, and then we'll jump into season 7. But anyways, for Monday Night Raw to look forward to, because Brock Lesnar is hardcore champion, he will be making a special appearance to kick off Monday Night Raw to defend his championship in an open challenge, vowing to find competition on Raw. Following that will be all these tag teams, these 4 teams, these 4 challenging tag teams, all chasing for gold as they clash in a fatal 4-way tag team title match, or not a title match, but a number 1 contendership. Winner will face MK and Assassin at Extreme Rules for the tag team titles. Match number 3 will be a fatal 4-way Universal number 1 contendership. The winner will fight the Universal Champion at Extreme Rules. Now, Shawn Michaels has not told me who it will be. And Shawn Michaels is still the Raw GM, but he promises that he will find some big names for that match. The 4th match, Blake Daniels will send out an open challenge to any man on the Raw roster as he wants to defend his United States Championship. Seconding that call out in the main event will be Davis King defending his Universal title as he wants fresh blood to face off against him, as he is out to prove that he is a worthy champion. So that rounds out Raw. That's what to look forward, and that's what you can look forward to. Now, for SmackDown Live kicking off, Brock Lesnar will actually not be slated to be there for SmackDown. Instead, Tyler Wolf has bumped it because of a Twitter warfare between Andrade Cien Almas and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is bitter over the fact that Andrade beat him in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and Rollins vows to put some respect into Andrade after Andrade sent out some very disrespectful tweets to Rollins saying that even though Andrade hasn't even won a world title, he is now more important than Rollins during Rollins' 2 world title reigns. So Rollins has officially challenged Andrade to a one-on-one singles match to kick off SmackDown Episode 2. Following that, the Undisputed Era of Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish will defend their titles in an open challenge. Following that, Roderick Strong of the Undisputed Era will have to defend his championship, the Intercontinental title, in an open challenge. And of course, Kurt Angle has requested a one-on-one match despite him being a free agent. He has asked for one match to kick off SmackDown Live against an opponent of his choosing. That's the semi-main event. The main event will be the WWE Champion Adam Cole giving a certain someone his one-on-one rematch clause for the WWE Championship. For NXT, we'll be kicking off with a new tag team forming, known as EC3 and Austin Arrogance. They will send out a challenge to any tag team against them. Following that, the new NXT Women's Champion, Dakota Kai, despite the injuries that she suffered after an attack from a mystery female at TakeOver, she wants to prove herself as she sends out an open challenge to the rest of the women in the locker room of NXT. For matchup number 2, that's for matchup number 2. For matchup number 3, the New Divine, fresh off of winning the NXT Tag Team titles, want to make a statement. So they declare war on the rest of the NXT Tag Team division and dare any man to step up, even if you have to throw a team together to face them. As they want to show the world why they have rightfully deserved those titles. Following that, in the semi-main event, the new NXT North American Champion, Johnny Rivers, has been forced to defend his championship, as he refused initially, saying how he didn't want to defend his title to NXT TakeOver. Then following NXT TakeOver, the first takeover of Season 7, Mr. Samuel, however, the GM, saying not so fast. You're going to have to defend that title tonight if everyone else is defending, because the NXT champion, Braden McLaughlin, said he wants to be a fighting champion and give somebody who hasn't been treated or hasn't hit his full potential yet, as he will defend his NXT championship against the mystery opponents in the main event of NXT. And for Extreme Rules, well, I'll keep that to myself, because you'll have to tune into these other shows to see the storylines, and maybe perhaps there will be some cutscenes that I will work on or try to make happen to build some branching storylines on top of these. So even if you don't hear certain names like Class Par or Jeff Sanders or other people, they either might be the challengers of these matches, or there might be a branching storyline. As far as Class Par goes, I am ready to do this slow build. Slow story building. Now, there is a lot on all 3 rosters, so I will try to do my best on this season to deliver solid cards every single show. Even if they aren't solid matches, solid looking cards. Well, I hope that intrigues you guys. Stay tuned for my top 15 video. I have to put that list together. I also have to do the voting thing. I have to put that together and put the link on in the top 15 video. Then I have to do the Hall of Fame video, which should be interesting. Nonetheless, Thank you, Panda. Alex, I hope you guys liked the list of the rosters. Now, as far as the shows go, SmackDown Live and Monday Night Raw. So I will say I had to do some adjusting. These are both downloaded from other people, but I made some tweaks. The guy who did the SmackDown one had really dark lighting, so I had to try to lighten it up because I didn't like how it looked. For Monday Night Raw, I edited around with the like around the ring, threw in some logos, threw in some announce tables. As far as the rest arena, these two are owned by other people. Give them full credit for their work. Not mine, other people's. I don't know the names of them. Fortunately, I did not write that down. But credit goes to the two or the people who put in the work for these. As far as NXT goes, I'll either make something myself because right now, when I look at the arenas on Community Creations, none of them, to be honest, are that good looking, or at least to my liking. So I'll try my best to either make one myself or just leave it the way it is. As far as takeovers, I'll try to go crazy with it and figure something out. For pay-per-views, for the main roster, I think I'll still go with No Mercy and Payback as two pay-per-views that I'll normally do. And I think I'm going to get rid of TLC before the Rumble and make my own pay-per-view name and try to go crazy with it. It is my last season, so I'll try to have fun with it. I'm also in the process of making my Season 7 WrestleMania logo. As far as NXT or All Stars 2, well, I'm trying to find a good time to schedule All Stars 2. Because I have the card. And I'll give you guys a tidbit of information about All Stars 2. The main events, despite it having this whole show just being for fan service, it's a battle of history for the main event of All Stars 2. And the history I mean is it pertains to a certain someone and how he wound up with his knee brace since the start of the series. So there's a bit of a backstory with this, despite it having no build-up. That's all I'll say. So you already know one person, if you get the hint. You already know who one of the people will be main eventing the show. The other person is the man that gave him the injury. Maybe I'll do a promo for it. I don't know. But nonetheless, All Stars 2, I'll try to do a video package similar to how I do WrestleMania and TakeOver. I'll try to do that to put out the card. And then I got to make the arena. There's still a lot to be done about All Stars 2. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'll try to do it before, or at least during the season, or whenever I find time. And whenever I do the card, I'll put in the comments or in the description of the video when I'll try to do it. So, a lot of stuff I have to do, a lot of stuff I have to plan out. If I do get 2k20, I won't be moving anything up, but maybe I'll do matches under request. Like I'll remake some of my characters and do some dream matches under your requests, or whatever the case may be. I don't know yet. I'm really just waiting for 2k20 to put out some details for me to care about it. But all this will be done on 2k19. So, hope you guys are hyped. Thank you all who tuned in live. Kevin, Panda, thanks guys so much. And I'll see you all in Season 7. Thank you all so much. And as always, suit up, Mad Army. I'll see you next time.